What's happening, friends? Welcome back for another episode of the Chamber Podcast. My name is Rob Johnson, and joining me in the studio today is Jennifer Decator. We're talking roller skates. She is from Rollerama and Zap-Zone of Brighton. Welcome, Jennifer.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. How's your day been?
It's been fine.
You've been doing a press junket, doing all the media tours today.
Yes.
Well, you guys have big things going on at Rollerama. You're celebrating a pretty large milestone, 50 years in the business.
Yes, we are.
That's pretty incredible. So I want to dive into what's been going on at Rollerama and all the cool things you guys are doing over there. But before that, I want to talk a little bit about you and how you got started in the industry. In the pre-show, we were talking a little bit about how skating was your first job, and it's interesting now that you've gone on to be an owner of co-owner of Rollerama and everything they're doing over there. So, give me a brief rundown of your background and how you got involved.
My first job in high school was at Rollhaven in Grand Blanc. I worked there for approximately 17 years, and the owners of that place, they bought 2 more locations, and me and my husband, we went on and we ran the one in Flushing for about 5 years. This came up, and we decided to start running Bonaventure Skating Center in Farmington and Rollerama Skating Center in Brighton.
So the skating rink, the skating business has pretty much been your professional life. It's
pretty much all I know.
That's awesome. Well, it's interesting because in a day and age where there's a lot of entertainment options, there's a lot of things that people can do. It's cool that a lot of these things that, like, I remember when I was a kid, like, are still relevant. They're still going on, and now that it's a part of Zap-Zone and it's kind of we'll call it a suite of products, if you will. That's really interesting. So talk to me a little bit about how Rollerama became involved with Zap-Zone.
So we came into Rollerama in October of 2012, and in 2013, Zap-Zone was there with us, and they built the laser tag. A few years down the road after that, we put in the play zone area for kids 10 and under, and then we put in bumper cars after that. The arcade is a big part of it as well.
Okay. Now, sitting in front of us here are a wide variety of skates. If you were to ask me to show you a picture of a roller skate, I wouldn't show you any of these four. This guy here sitting in front of me looks like an off-road skate.
Yes, those are outdoor wheels.
And I apologize to the audio listeners. You can't see this, but we are on YouTube, so you can go check these out there as well. So what is this? This is, you said outdoor?
Yes, these are wheels for outdoors.
I would certainly hope so.
The bigger the wheels, the faster they go.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't have like a special set of these like under the desk at Rollerama now for just, people.
No, these are just ones that we borrowed from somewhere.
And the other one that struck me as the most interesting is this little guy here. Like I couldn't even imagine someone this small being able to skate. Yeah,
well, as long as they can walk, they can put skates on their feet.
Yeah, and me and Johnny adamantly disagree with that. We don't think we can do that. I'm terrible at it. I have no coordination. I'd look awful. I'd fall down. And
well, we do offer lessons.
What do you say, Johnny? You down? That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about. I have to imagine there's always a fun incident or two when you're dealing with, I'm sure, kids parties and people are floating in and out of there. What's a couple of the more memorable things that have happened during your tenure?
Wow. We've had the dance project there, so we had a bunch of people, teenagers, dress up in their outfits and come out and use the skating floor for a dance floor.
That's cool.
We've had a wedding there. We've had bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs.
I'm going to stop you at the wedding.
Okay.
I need to know more. So was everyone at the wedding on roller skates?
They were. They didn't want to have it too fancy or anything, but they did want to have it there, and it was decorated.
Okay. Did anyone fall down unexpectedly? Because I imagine that'd be the worst thing. Like, I'm escorting the grandma down the aisle, and I eat it and take her down with me.
Yeah, but the older women, they were accompanied by gentlemen and
gentlemen that could skate properly.
Yes.
Hopefully.
The reason why they wanted to have their wedding at Rollerama was because that's where she was proposed to.
That's cool. And that has to be a really interesting experience because it's not a common destination for a wedding, right? So it's when that happens, that's why it kind of just struck me as being interesting is the logistics of it. Okay, so fast forward to kind of where we're at now. So Zap-Zone bought in 2012. Now 2022, you guys are coming up on 50 years. Couple of events that you guys have going on. So talk to me about the October 6th event.
So Rollerama's first day that they opened their doors was October 6th in 1972. And we're very proud to know that, generations of families have been there, and they've been, enjoying our facility. And it's been going on for, like I said, 50 years. We're going to be rolling back our prices to $1.25 for skate admission, just like it was 50 years ago, and 50 cents for skate rental. Now, instead of doing that, if you'd like to make a donation to the Livingston County Humane Society, they'd be happy to accept dog, cat food, toys for the animals to play with, blankets, dog leashes.
That's cool. So 50 years ago, it was $1.75 all in to go skate.
$1.25.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a skate rental of.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, if you're including that.
Yeah. So, well, you have to. You have to do the whole thing. I mean, I wouldn't want the skates myself. I would just want to show up, but not fall on my face. But that's crazy. So, what is it now to go and skate compared to 50 years ago?
It's $12 admission and $5 to rent skates.
Okay.
And that covers all day. So on a Saturday, we are open from noon until 10 p.m. So that would cover any time, however long you want to stay and skate.
Okay. So looking back retrospectively, what is one of your favorite things about being involved in this particular industry?
Just the appreciation of the people. They appreciate the fact that there's a place that they can go and enjoy time with their family.
And do you find that there's, like, every business has regulars, but do you find that, like, still in 2022, you're making new regulars and new people are coming in?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So we tend to keep skaters until they're about 15. Once they get their driver's license, they kind of go elsewhere. And then when they have kids, they decide to come back and bring their kids to where they used to come when they were 15.
That's a good life cycle. And one recurring segment that I do on this show is I ask all of our guests pretty much the same 3 questions, and I'm curious for yours, because this is such a unique industry for people to break into, especially with all the acquisitions that are happening within this particular business. So, piece of advice for someone thinking about getting into the entertainment or special events type industry.
Well, I would definitely look into and speak to people that have been in it for years and just kind of get advice from them. Otherwise, you don't want to just jump into it and regret doing that, because you have to do something that you like to do in life, or it's just not fun at all.
Yeah. If you don't at least enjoy what you're doing, it's going to absolutely feel like a grind every single day. Like, no job's perfect, right?
Right.
When I hear people say all the time, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Like, that's just simply not true. Everyone works to a certain degree. Like, some days suck. No one bats 1,000 at work. And if you do, tell me what job that is so we can chat. I just don't know. I don't know of that being true for really anybody. But the second question is, what is one thing that you do in terms of a hobby or to relax outside of work?
Well, I like to scrapbook. I haven't been doing it for a while, but I like to get back into it. I like to go to the gym, work out. It's a good stress reliever from work. That's about it.
Not skate. You don't skate in your off time.
I do. So I do skate a little bit, not very often. I own my own skates. But we have like employee nights where we all get our skates out and we just skate around and stuff. We're a lot into doing employee events just to keep all the employees together, and
that's cool
and friendly.
That's good. And last question, your favorite piece of technology?
Well, I'm not much of a tech person, but I like my cell phone.
That's probably the most popular answer that we get. I had one guy say bicycle. Yeah. Which I was like, I would count it, I guess. There's some tech on a bike, I would imagine. At least
if you get the e-bikes.
Yeah, sure. I was like, well, I'll allow it. But so we've had everything from Kindles to iPads, and I think phones is probably the most popular answer.
Okay.
All right, last thing. So what is what do you want people to know about the event coming up on October 6th? Do they have to pre-register? Is it just open? I know the chamber's doing a ribbon cutting at 11:30.
Yes.
On that day. Anything else for the event people should be aware of?
Well, we'll just be open from noon until 10, and you're welcome to come in and skate. We'll have all the other attractions open as well. The play zone for kids 10 and under. We'll have the laser tag, the arcade. We do have a snack bar, so if you're interested in, eating pizza and drinking some slushies, that'll be open as well.
Awesome. Good deal. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I know you've been doing the media rounds today, so I appreciate you making time for us here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Chamber Podcast. I appreciate all of you watching. If you can do me a favor, go on Apple or Spotify, leave a review. Let me know how I'm doing, how you like the show. And if you want to be a guest on the Chamber Podcast, go ahead and reach out to the Greater Brighton Chamber, and Julianne will hook you up on getting you on the show. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Take care.